Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, we're going to take a look at the second and final pickup capsule for the month of May. This month, or this second pickup capsule, is a little bit shorter. You only have a total of 3 days to try to clear the capsule. The first one we had 4 days, but for this month, or for this second one, we only have 3 days. So if you are trying to work on clearing this capsule, or at least get some of the tsums in this particular capsule, I encourage you to try to get them soon, because there are actually some tsums in here that you might want to get. So stay tuned, I'm going to go over each one of them and just show you the ability and what the animation looks like, and then you can make the determination if you want to get them or not. And I'll also share with you why you should get certain tsums. There is one very important tsum in here that everyone needs to have in their tsum arsenal if you are someone who actually plays the missions or the bingo cards or even the coloring book events that now we do have. Those are very important if you are trying to clear those. So let me get into the 6 that we have for this particular pickup capsule. So the first one we have Owl, the second one is Vanellope, third is Scrooge, 4 is Ralph, then we have Jafar and Nick Wilde. So out of these 6, you definitely want to get Owl, and there's a really good reason for that. So stay tuned, I'm going to show you the animation for Owl, and I'll get into why you definitely want to get them. But overall, out of all 6 of these, you definitely want to try to get the max of all of these if you are trying to get someone that earns you a lot of coins. Scrooge is a really fun one, and the animation really just brightens your day when you see all the coins splash around. But definitely all 6 of these are really good tsums, so really no I guess no preference on which one to get if you do get them all maxed out. So I will definitely recommend Owl as my number 1, and then the rest of them are kind of up in the air. They're all good in their own sense. Ralph is very easy to use. Vanellope, it has a really cool animation. Scrooge is just full of coins, so definitely exciting there. And then Jafar is also good, and same with Nick Wilde. But before I do a deep dive on all 6 of these tsums, if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, please take the time to scroll down and hit the subscribe button. Your subscription really helps me out a lot, and I really appreciate each and one of you who have joined this channel. So thank you so much for doing that. Alright, so now let's get into it and take a look at all 6 of these. And one thing I forgot to mention is that these pickup capsules, if you are able to clear it out, you will end up with a last prize, which is a skill ticket. And that's what most people want to do when they do the pickup capsule, is they want to get the entire thing cleared, so that way they could get the skill tickets at the end and then just apply that skill ticket to any tsums that they like. Alright, now let's take a look at Owl. Now Owl is going to be terrible for coins. However, Owl is going to be really good for abilities and also for magic bubbles. If you take a look at the left hand side there, I only have Owl at skill level 4, and I still will need to get a total of 5 owls to activate his ability. And as you can see, I'm getting abilities after abilities, and magic bubbles will drop. So Owl is extremely good for making magic bubbles, as well as activating abilities. So like you might have one of those missions where you need to have maybe 35 skills in one game. Actually no, probably not in one game, that's a little excessive. Maybe like in total, in one game you might maybe have 15 skills in one game. So some of those could be a little tough if you don't have a lot of tsums in your arsenal, and all of your tsums take a lot of time to charge up. So Owl only needs 5, so he will be really good for abilities as well as creating magic bubbles. Now he's not going to be the best bubble maker, however he is the best one for activating skill sets. So you could have up to like 60 skills per game even if you play really fast, and I don't know, maybe if you even have him at skill level 6, it'll just constantly drop. I haven't invested skill tickets in Owl yet, but this is one of the tsums that I eventually will max out, and if he ever ends up in the selection box, I definitely will max out Owl. So definitely recommend Owl. As you could see, not going to be great for coins, under just above 600. So not going to be great for coins and not great for score, but again, great for bubbles and skill sets. Okay, so next we have Vanellope. Now Vanellope, right now I have her at skill level 3, and the description of her ability is clear tsums in a zigzag. Now what I really like about Vanellope is her animation here. and it completely reminds me of the movie where she's trying to drive her little race car and she's glitching, and that's exactly what happens during the animation. Is she's zigzagging because she's glitching, and it goes left or right and left and right, and because she's unable to drive straight. And even at just skill level 3, she is pretty decent for coins. I think if you get her to skill level 6, she definitely could be a very viable coin earner. And yeah, I just really like Vanellope's animation here. Vanellope won't be great for score, and unfortunately at skill level 3 she's not quite there yet for coin earning. However, I think if you strategize properly and use her appropriately, she could be okay for coins, but there are going to be better tsums. So the only reason why I really want Vanellope is for her animation and just collecting Vanellope, but definitely don't need to race out there and try to get Vanellope. There are better tsums out there for that. But I am going to skip to the very end here to show you what my coin earning potential was for Vanellope. And keep in mind that I didn't play a perfect game here, that there were some opportunities that I missed where there were gaps in activating her ability. Generally, you could get about 29 to 30 chains, and there were some that I didn't do that. I didn't wait for the tsums to fall all the way to the ground before I activated her ability, therefore didn't get as many chains. But in the end here, as you can see, I got 1,738 coins. Not great because I am using 5-4 and the coin boost. And yeah, the score is okay, it's not too bad, but again, there are better tsums out there for score. Okay, on to the third tsum, which is Scrooge. Now Scrooge is actually a pretty interesting tsum and I really like it a lot. Scrooge, his description is clears a vertical line of tsums and make it rain coins. I mean, we all love coins, right? And that's a lot of the reasons why we play this game, is to collect a lot of coins and then just buy premium boxes and limited edition tsums. So what his ability is, once you activate it, Scrooge will jump from the right into the middle section and into essentially a pool of coins. And the coin earning potential is heightened when you use his ability. So the more abilities that you use and the more you can activate his ability, the more coins you'll be able to earn. So this is one of those tsums that you want to just play fast and make sure the center area has a lot of tsums when you're activating his ability, and you'll be able to earn a lot of coins. He won't be great for earning scores by any means. I have him at skill level I have him at just level 50. I maxed him out, and he's not going to be great for score at the max level, but great for coins. I am playing with the 5-4 and coin boost on, so this gameplay that you're seeing is at skill level 6 with all the abilities maxed out. And I'm going to fast forward it here to the very end, so that way you can see the coin earning potential for Scrooge. And in the end, I was able to get 2,534 coins, which is above my initial investment, which is 2,300 with the 5-4 and coin boost on. So Scrooge is a viable coin earner if you need one, and if you have him at skill level 6, definitely very viable. I didn't play a perfect game here, so there's definitely room for improvement. Alright, next we have Ralph. The description for Ralph is clears a vertical line of Tsum Tsum. And Ralph is a really easy tsum to use. Similar to Scrooge, you just want to make sure the center area of your screen, vertically that is, has a lot of tsums, so that way he could climb up the wall and then pounces downward. Just like in the movie, he wrecks it, kind of, Wreck-It Ralph, and breaks down the building. And he actually has a pretty wide radius. I have him at skill level 5 and his skill range is extra large, so he just pounces down the center of the area and breaks some bricks and windows and then clears a bunch of tsums in the middle. I really like these type of abilities because they're very easy to use. You don't need to use gyro, and yeah, you essentially just spam the ability and just wait for the center area to fill and then hit it. And Wreck-It Ralph, in all of Wreck-It Ralph tsums, I really like, and same kind of goes for Vanellope. I really like her animation and her character as well. So I really like Ralph and Vanellope because they're part of that Wreck-It Ralph series. So really cool animation, and yeah, just overall good for collecting and very easy tsum to use. By no means is Wreck-It Ralph, or Ralph I mean, the tsum that you need to have. However, if you have him pretty close to skill level 6, it is worth an investment, because what I have for him, and let me actually skip to the very end to show you what I got for coins as well as the score. For Ralph, in the end, I did get 2,473 coins as at the very end. and I am using 5-4 as well as a coin boost, so technically it is a viable Tsum to use for a coin farming, or just essentially able to be used for 5-4 and coin boost. So not gonna be super amazing for score, but it's on the better side of things. If you are looking for a high scoring Tsum, Ralph can be that Tsum if you don't have other high scoring Tsums out there yet. Alright, and now we have Jafar. Jafar is not a limited Tsum, so he is going to be in the premium box. So there's really no rush to get Jafar unless you really want to max him out. Now, this is your opportunity. I mean, he is pretty good for coins. It's okay. I mean, actually, not like the best one, but is okay. But you will need to strategize to use him, because the ability does freeze the screen during his animation, so you will need to make sure that the screen does have a lot of Tsums on there before you activate ability, which sometimes can mean that you get less abilities per game. But as you can tell, what happens during his animation is that he will shoot an arrow from the left and right side in an X shape and clears a majority of the screen. The only parts that don't really get tapped is the bottom center, and then some parts on the top and left and right side. So yeah, anywhere where the X essentially is not touching. But yeah, he's an okay Tsum. I think that out of all these Tsums, he's one of the few ones that makes an X shape, so it makes him really interesting. But again, by no means you need to rush out to get him, because he's not going to be great for coins. Out of these 6, he's probably one of the weaker ones. Compared to like Scrooge, Ralph, or Vanellope if they were at the same levels. And I'm going to skip to the very end here to show you what I ended up with. And also keep in mind that in this particular game, I didn't play it perfectly. There were some abilities that I activated where there were gaps. So you would definitely want to activate the ability when all the Tsums settle and your screen is full. And I think if I played this game better, it would be viable to earn coins. In the end, I ended up with 2,256 coins using Jafar at skill level 6, so not that great. But I think if you play faster and also a little bit more diligent on waiting to activate your ability, Jafar could be viable. Alright, and then finally we have Nick Wilde, and his ability is clears a bunch of Tsum Tsum at random, and I really like these kind of Tsums because you don't need to prepare for them, and your left hand could be spamming the skill button at all times and just keep playing, because you don't have to set it up kind of like the other ones like Scrooge, Ralph, Jafar. You have to wait before you activate the ability. But with Nick Wilde, since it's a random clear, you're essentially guaranteed a bunch of Tsums. And in my case, I have him at skill level 6, so I'm going to clear anywhere between 28 to 34 Tsums on the screen. And I think some of that has to do with if there is a giant Tsum or not, and that's going to be the factor. But for the most part, I'm going to get 32 Tsums clear on the screen, and you activate a lot of abilities and get pretty long chains. So I really like Nick Wilde for that reason, is that you don't have to set up the screen and you just keep playing and spam and spam and spam the ability. So you just keep playing, and I really like that. I like these Tsums a lot, where it doesn't require a lot of thinking and you just play for fun, and then you activate the ability and essentially just earn coins. However, unfortunately for Nick Wilde, his coin earning potential isn't great. Keep in mind, I am playing 5-4 as well, and coin boost for all of these Tsums. I want to just show you the max earning potential, and in the end, I only got 2,114 coins. But for the funny thing is, I probably enjoy playing Nick Wilde the most out of these 6. Owl is again very useful, but Nick Wilde, for some reason, I just really like this Tsum. It's just really fun. Maybe because it's so easy to activate his ability, because during his animation, his skill, that any Nick Wilde that you clear after that will count towards the ability. So maybe that's why I like him a lot. But anyways, I'm gonna let this play through so you can see his full gameplay. If you've enjoyed this video so far or would like more Tsum Tsum content, consider checking out some of the other videos that I have on this channel. And don't forget to subscribe. I will be doing more Tsum Tsum content for the remainder of the year and just show you all the Tsum reviews, help you out with some of the missions, and even the leak videos. I will show you what the next month's Tsums are going to be before they even come out in the game. So hit that subscribe button and hit that bell button if you are looking to be notified on the leaks before they come out from the game. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. And as always, thank you so much for watching.